fire, fire for fire, fire. The male loneliness epidemic is caused by men not wanting to adapt. It's not women's fault. Huh. Interesting. Let me read this before I make a comment. They'd rather sit on the internet and talk about these standards they don't really have. What? And how they can get any woman they want while having no woman at all. Exactly. Male loneliness is actually an epidemic of delusion. The incels are lonely because they lack basic manners and consideration. They want to do the bare minimum to attract women who do the most for themselves on a daily basis. It's ridiculous. No, man, I'm about to fucking pop the fuck off, man. I'm about to pop off. Oh my god, obvious rage bait. I don't want to keep scrolling. I might get like an OnlyFans pussy. Hold on. I'm gonna be really careful. Hold your horses. Hold on. Okay. True, I think there's tons and tons of unhealed trauma and complex trauma going on too. Indeed, misogyny is a symptom of your unresolved trauma. Choosing the insatiable egoic need for power instead of love and empathy is men's most prevalent form of self-harm. I guess people committing Sudoku because they're so lonely is not the most prevalent form of self-harm. It's choosing to satiate their ego for power is the thing that makes people die the most. Dude's baiting? Yeah, I think so. This is probably a massive bait. This guy's profile says writer, coach, and poet. But there are people that agree with him unironically, chat! Guys, I'm gonna say it. Male loneliness isn't women's fault, but it's also not men's fault either. It has nothing to do with not adapting. It's society that's changed. We are over-consuming corn at an alarming rate. This is 100% genuine. I was agreeing with it. It has 48,000 likes. It has 2.5 million views. I mean, that kind of tracks. 48,000 likes is a lot. It's society. We as a people are absolutely just, we are so cooked in our brain. Read his handle, Nick the love coach. Is he coach like guiding you to healthier relationships? Oh, so he's actually for real? It's genuine for sure. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think you're right. Chat, would you buy this guy's love coaching lessons? Maybe he's rage baiting so people click on his profile. It works really well. No. Oh, come on. Why not? He clearly knows better than you. It's your fault for hating women. Like I said, it's not men's fault. It's not women's fault either. Women are so much like, women are expected to go into the workforce, and this is so prevalent in countries like Japan and like most of Asia, to the point where you can't be like a mom with a child. You have to go back to work instantly because you have to work, because you have to survive. Expected? Yeah. My parents expect me to like keep fucking working, man. How are you supposed to find love when you're working all the time? So you just like go. So what happens is these women are like, hold on, let me gather my thoughts. These women who have high-paying jobs, even if they're vapid and annoying, they still get to choose people because they are the ones on Tinder swiping through men while they are working a 9 to 5. You have no time for yourself. You have no time to court. You have no time to date. Yeah, women are the choosers. Exactly. Society did this. Society changed. Women used to just, you know, date in the village, hang out, get someone match made for them. And now it's all online and it's super fast and it's dopamine inducing. You're just like swiping and swiping and swiping. You're not actually connecting with people. Delete all dating apps? Yeah. I think they're a plague. It's immediately obvious that he's a poser without any experience who writes controversial things for the sake of attention. I mean, let's disregard that maybe it is rage bait or it's not rage bait. There are a lot of people that agree with this guy. And you can't even deny that because there's a lot of people without even looking at the thread that agree with him. Tinder and other dating apps ruined men and women's dating expectations. I think there's no more looking at people at a glance anymore. I'm gonna say it from personal experience. When I was in middle school, I dated a guy that had like a deformity on his lip. I thought he was really, really funny. And we dated for like 2 years when we were in middle school and high school. I never once thought he was ugly. I never said anything, but I thought he was one of the funniest people ever. Yeah. But now, people at first glance, they judge people's on appearances and they don't look at them. Yeah, he had a cleft lip, like an actual deformity. I don't mean that like lightly, like, oh, he had a cut on his face. It was like an actual deformity. But that's besides the point. I had people asking me like, oh, you guys are so cute together. You know, you're like middle school kids, you know what I'm saying? And people are like, oh my god, you guys are so cute together. He has like a, you know, you never look at his deformity on his face. And I'm like, no. Duh. I'm a little kid. I didn't care. It's called kind, not everyone has it, but a lot of people do. I'm just saying. I think Tinder and dating apps are horrible. Social media taught women only 6-foot kings and taught men they're creeps. This always existed, but it was rare. Now it's everyone because society as a whole is mentally ill and terminally online. Yes, I agree completely. I think being terminally online, and I think Gen Z, early Gen Z and late Gen Alpha and so on are going to suffer tremendously for being terminally online. There are so many Discord kittens that are gonna have a rude awakening in like 10 years when they realize that they didn't actually hook up with anyone or date anyone that was worth their time, and then they're gonna complain about how, oh, I should have just gotten with the, you know, Big Daddy Dick 909 when I had the chance. When I was playing Valorant, because they didn't spend any time building themselves. They just stayed online talking to men because it's easy. People complain in general, doesn't matter what age or time. Yeah, but it's significantly worse now. So what used to happen when you had, you know, when you were a little bit shorter, maybe you didn't make as much money, you'd meet a girl in the park or like at the local ice cream. And I'm not trying to say that it's okay to feel pressured, but if you met a girl there and maybe she wanted to give you a chance and meet you and get to know you, it wouldn't be, how do I say it? There would be more of a likelihood for you to meet someone at the local diner or the local ice cream shop, because that's where people meet to mingle. And they would talk to each other. Maybe he liked the way she laughed, or maybe she thought his joke was funny, even though he's not like a built guy or something. Yo, Big Daddy Dick 909, thank you. Thank you for the 420. Hookups were more natural back in the day? I disagree. I think hookups are very normalized now. It's also easier to hook up because, like, the women that want to have a lot of side dick, they get what they want because Tinder is more available. And also, because social media... Hold on. because dating apps themselves let you select people within, like, I don't know, 10 kilometers or 10 miles of your location. Back in the day, you'd only have so much dick to ride. And also, everybody would know that you're, like, the town's bicycle, right? Because, like, word spreads, right? Naturally, if you're not, like, if social media didn't exist. But now, there's, like, a bigger area for people to cover. So it's less likely you're gonna find out someone's the town bicycle because they're, like, going around in, like, a bigger area because social media lets you do that. Women are in the hard defensive public, and then part of it is because of how dating is portrayed in media. I can just try to be nice to a woman. She'll let me with I have a boyfriend. I'm like, okay. Did I give off I was interested? No, I totally agree. I think it's poisoned women's perspective. I was told on a day that it's weird that I don't have posts on social media at all. I have like 0 posts and a cat avatar. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's also really like jarring to me that people are like, I really care about your social media numbers. I don't get it. If I saw someone with no social media posts, I'd be like, you know what? That's actually pretty normal. I'm proud of you. You managed to like ignore all the societal pressure of making a account. Kids are being bullied in school for not having enough Twitter followers. How long until women only want men with more followers than them? Oh yeah, I told you guys this story. So I have a neighbor who has he has a kid who's like 8 or 9 or 11. I can't remember. But I was talking to them and I was like, yeah, like I thought about making a YouTube channel. You know, like you're striking up like a conversation with a child. What the fuck are you gonna talk about? He starts talking about YouTube. And I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool. How many like subscribers do you have? What do you post? Like, what do you post? Like, and he's like, yeah, I have like 50 subscribers. And I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. He's like, I wish I had 1,000 because all my friends at school tell me that like 1,000 is that's how cool. If you have 1,000 subscribers, you're really cool. And I'm like, that's so sad. Like, I didn't bully him. I was like, man, that's so sad. That's not you are cool in my book, you know. And I was trying to be nice, but like that shocked me to hear that. I was just flabbergasted when he told me that, like, yeah, I have 50 subscribers, but that's not good enough. And I was like, wait, what? People actually care about that shit? What? Yeah, I only have 100 followers. I'm not cool enough. Should I flex on it? No, man. That's so mean. Yo, Mr. Boy, I think the prime. I haven't posted on social media since 2018. It's just toxic. Yeah, it is. You have to try and like filter it out. I don't know, man. This shit makes me sad because it's like, it's just fueling the war of sides. And I think that's what's wrong with like, not just America. I think that's the wrong approach globally. Picking sides, not trying to see a middle ground. It's always like women versus men. I also think that there's a lot of oversaturation in social media in general of everyone's opinions, and on Twitter, unfortunately, when something gets like 1 million likes or whatever, that gets put forward and it makes people miserable. And did you know the algorithm on Twitter and Facebook recommends you stuff that makes you click and comment? So people, when they have massive discourses or there's a lot of replies, like 1,000 replies and stuff, that's what's gonna get put forward. Like I found this by happenstance. I didn't look for this. Someone sent it to me and they said, yeah, this was on my page and I thought I'd take a look. I don't agree with it, but I wanted you to talk about it on stream. Yeah, the For You page, it's designed to make you angry. And I think that the whole male loneliness epidemic is for incels. They did it to themselves. It gets people so upset. Yeah, the rage bait. But again, I don't think this is rage bait. Maybe he actually believes this. It's just that it's so stupid that people are like engaging with it. Yeah, he's got a course to sell, and he is a A relationship coach. Imagine you go to this guy and you're talking with your wife about how, like, you know, you're having a hard time understanding her because she keeps saying how he's a bad guy for working all the time, and he's like, you're the problem. You're not adapting. It's not her fault. I would ask for a refund so fast if I was the guy. And today's sponsor is me! Smuggle Out a plushie made by YouTube is being sold on the 13th of August, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss out. Get her now before she goes away forever! Urgent, urgent, urgent! FOMO, FOMO, FOMO! Pre-order 13th of August, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget!